Welcome back to another episode of the Solar Diaries. In today's episode, we're going to be adding on a cellular modem to this house, and that house, and that house. So I've been working on these houses for the last couple of years. This is another site that I didn't initially install, but I do take care of it now. They've had a couple of installers out here over the years that just didn't have any clue of what they were doing. So they've now got me, and we've been taking care of it. So we've done a couple things out here in the last couple of years. It started out with that the houses were not reporting properly. You had panels from this house showing up over here, and panels from this one on this one. I mean, it was a mess. Nothing was reporting properly. Half the inverters were out, all that good stuff. So the first year, that's what we were working on, trying to figure it out and what we were going to do to fix it and get it mapped properly. Then last year, the people that work here decided, let's go ahead and just upgrade all the systems with the in-phase upgrade, and we'll get it completely straightened out. So that's what I did for them last year, and now this year they're still having problems with monitoring. It's just not reliably connecting to the internet, even though each house has its own has routers and stuff like that. It's just not being consistent enough. So today we're going to be putting there's a cellular modem that we're going to plug into each of the Envoys, and hopefully that takes care of it finally. Just to give you a quick lay of the land, so each we have they're three identical solar arrays. The only difference is this middle one. There's two panels up there that were broken, and so we had to put different panels up there last year. And so you've got the in-phase inverters underneath each of these panels up on the rails, and then the original installer did this elbow up into the attic area to run the wiring. I don't know if you can see it, but there's another wire that goes here, and that is for the satellite that is no longer on that house. So not too bad. On the side of the house, you can kind of see off of this one, is right here is where they're connected to the meters and all that stuff. The disconnect is there. There's also a junction box, since this is an in-phase system, upstairs in the little attic area that's up top here. There's a Envoy up there, and that's where there's a combiner box up there too for putting all the circuits in. Yeah, so this is why all three houses look the same and all that good stuff, is because we're on a government site. This is the Fish and Wildlife Services Research Center in Laurel, and so they have a couple of these. They have these three houses, and then let's see. No, you can't see it. They're back over. There it is. There's like three more of these like duplex houses over here. They don't have solar on them. Up here comes the wind. Stuck you in the truck for a second so that I can talk without the wind blowing all over the place. But yeah, it's a pretty cool site that they have here. Not really sure what they do, but in the houses, I know a couple of the employees live in them, and then I think there was like a teacher or something that lived in one of them. I'm not sure, but it's a pretty cool little setup, and that's it. Nothing else really interesting to say. I'll probably just cut this one out. So just to see what was inside them the other day when they came in the mail to me, I opened this one up, but I'll open it up again now. It's another box. And then inside that box is the actual modem. It's got instructions. It's got a power cable, an antenna, and then the modem itself is here in this little part of the box. And that's it. Oh, and there's also a strap if you want to hang this thing on the wall. you can clip it onto that. So I'm up here in the attic, and you can't really see it, but that's where the solar is all connected to in the little combiner box. And then right here in front of me is where the Envoy is, but the Envoy is not turned on. But this house and the first house that we went into, for some reason the power to the solar's off at the moment. So he's gonna go down there and flip it on, and oh, yeah, there it goes. The breaker was tripped for some reason. Gonna have to keep an eye out for that. So, all right, well, back to work. Okay, well, it turned out to be pretty quick to get everything done. About an hour, hour and a half between the three houses. Probably would have been a lot faster if I had known, or that we had immediately realized that this house and this house, the second one, the power was actually turned off to the panels. I guess they had an outage last week, and it looks like it tripped those two. And because I got up in the attic and the monitoring devices didn't have any lights on them, and it's like, that's a problem. And we traced it back to the breaker and tripped it and fired right back up. So yeah, he said that they had a pretty big electrical storm about a week ago, so probably is what happened. Probably hit close here. He said there was a tree that fell on lines or something. So it's all done. So time to head back and get on rolling. So insert your catchphrase here, and we'll see you next time. Yeah, so I couldn't really film while I was in there too much because the stuff is in an attic and it was pitch black. So I had to have since I've been filming with my phone, I didn't have a way, I didn't bring another flashlight up there so you could really actually see anything. But all I really had to do was plug them in and wait for the lights to turn on, and then it would start transmitting. So it wasn't too difficult to do, but it's just kind of a cool site to come out to and check out, and we'll see what happens. Oh, and before I go, look at this. Some jerk yesterday, as I was parked in the town, came and smashed my mirror with his van and then tried to run. So I had to tape my stupid mirror back on until his insurance pays for it. Ugh, people are idiots. Yeah, my poor truck was not happy about that. And like, I've got it taped back into its place, but it's not aimed correctly at all. So I'm looking at I have to use like the little itty bitty mirror to like duck down to be able to see the lane properly, but at least there's some kind of a mirror there and I can use it. Yesterday when this happened to me, without having any mirror there at all, I realized how heavily I rely on my driver's side mirror. Passenger side, not so much, but the driver's side one, man, I'm looking at that thing all the time. And so, especially with the screen behind me, it's hard to see directly back behind you, for cars coming. But man, some people, I had to chase the sucker down, and then I had to yell at him in the middle of the street because he ran. I'm gonna turn around the next block. No, you weren't. Oh, anyway, all right. See you later. So I'm on my way home, and I'm stopping to pick up my son from school. And I just wanted to tell you, I'm absolutely miserable at the moment because all the insulation that I was standing around doing that stuff down at those houses, I'm itching like no tomorrow. It sucks. Like, it's in my hands. Like, my hands hurt. It's like, it sucks. But anyway, just thought you should know.